This is a Swift Challenger High Style 865. We're just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, we've got a jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake, and your ATC. We'll demonstrate these to you in person here on site. In the front locker, you have your two gas bottle tie downs in the front here, and you can carry a maximum of two 6kg propane gas bottles at any time on board the caravan. On the bulkhead, you have your gas regulator, and you can actually have two gas pipes connected if you have two gas bottles connected on this van, or you can just have a single gas pipe coming off one side, should you wish to. And it's a changeover valve, so you need to use the valve here. And this little grey tab needs to point towards the gas bottle you want to use. When you turn on the gas supply, you'll see these red markers here will go green to indicate the gas supply is working. Coming down the side of the caravan, you've got your Aldi heating and hot water flue. Very simply there to allow the heating system to breathe. It is just a gas flue for when the fridge is operating, when the heating system is operating essentially. Down below you've got the wind down leg. So the wind down legs are there to stabilise the van, they're not there for lifting the caravan. You've got one on either side at the front in the same location, you've got two on the rear of the caravan, which I'll point out to you in a moment. We've then got our water pump connection, which simply connects into the side of the van with the blue trigger here. You pull back the blue trigger and release the pump from the side of the caravan and push it into place to lock it in position. And then you pick up pipe will drop down inside the acque roll itself. We've then got your battery box and mains power lead coming from the power on site. It will connect straight up to the side of the van, and you've got your battery connectors going to the top of the battery itself, and your red motor move power key behind here as well. We'll demonstrate the motor move to you while you're here on site. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the fridge system to breathe. Behind one of them you'll also have a gas flue when you're in the fridge with gas. Motor mover and wheel nuts, we'll demonstrate the motor mover while you're here. We'll also install the wheel nuts in the correct setting so you can see they've been tightened. Towards the back of the van, you'll actually see you've got your toilet flush tank. So the toilet flush tank is very simply there to allow the toilet to fill the flush system up. You open it up with the key here, you put 3.5 litres of water in the tank, and you also put a cap full of the pink fluid in there as well. In the bottom, you've got a toilet waste cassette. So you release the orange handle at the bottom, you pull the handle up, it's set towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees to tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. You need to put 1 litre of water in this cassette and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. Back of the van on either side, you've got your two wind down legs to stabilise the van. Like I said, there's one on either side, so you've got the one here, and you've got the one here as well. And you also got your two grey pipes, so when you're in the fridge, two grey pipes are there to allow the wastewater out the back of the van and into the waste master that would sit below here. Going down the door side, you've got your underbed storage, 3-pin socket so you can have power coming out to your awning. In here you'll have your TV bracket for the outside of the van and connections. Storage locker at the front here, your last barbecue gas point, and that is also where the last leg is, just down here. Coming onto the inside of the caravan now. First thing you're going to need to do is check that all your master trip switches are turned on. So underneath the cabinets in the front of the van, you'll actually see underneath there that you have your 240 trip switches and your 12-volt fuses. On the top left hand side here you have your system shutdown for the caravan, which is your master shutdown button. You have your 12-volt fuses which operate all of the 12-volt systems on board the caravan. And inside the door of the cupboard below you'll see there's a list of what each of these fuses is for. Underneath the cover on the right hand side you'll have your 3 trip switches for the caravan, and down the bottom here you'll just be able to see that it says MCB1, MCB2 and MCB3. And again, each of those are listed on this panel just down below the door. If you're on site and you're not sure if you've got mains power coming into the caravan, hit the test switch. If this switch drops down, it means there is mains power coming into the caravan. If it stays in the up position, then it means there is no mains power coming into the caravan itself. At the top here, you've got your heating and hot water main power switch, which needs to be on. Charger switch that needs to be on. And then you've got your reverse polarity switch for when you're in some European countries. While you're also underneath here, you're going to need to make sure the yellow valve underneath the seat is flat with the floor, as it is at the moment, to allow you to fill the water system up. When you're emptying the water system down, that switch needs to be upright so it drains all of the water out of the caravan onto the floor. So you just very simply lift it up, as you see here, to allow the water system to be drained down. So to fill the water system up on board the caravan, you first of all need to go over every tap on board the caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. You're then going to come to the main control panel above the door. Press on turn the power button on, and you're going to come to the water pump switch. Once you turn that water pump on, water will start flowing through the onboard water system. And with the taps open on the hot side, it allows that water system to fill up, and it fills the hot water tank up on board the van. Once you have water running continuously out of every tap on board the caravan, you can then shut all of the taps back off, and that is your water system filled. But like I said, it needs to be every tap on board the van, so the two taps on the sinks and the shower tap as well. You may have wondered how I turn this control panel on. I should have demonstrated that to you first. I apologise. You'll press and hold the swift button to turn the control panel on, and to turn it off you'll do the same thing. So I'm just going to show you that now. Press and hold. Control panel off. Press and control panel on. On here you've got your water pump, as I said, so you'll put the water pump on. You've then got your awning light for the outside of the caravan, your internal lighting for the caravan, and when you press on it you've got your dimmer lights for at the front here, which you can adjust the brightness of all the way down to off, essentially. So, oh sorry, is that wrong? Well, on that side, sorry, not one on this side. And then you've got your dimmer also for the opposite side of the caravan. Home button, it'll take us into the power options again. So you've got your battery voltage for on board the caravan, the amount of power the solar panels bringing in, and then you've also got your vehicle leisure, the power coming from the vehicle you are towing with to charge the leisure battery on board the caravan. You've then got your heating options, which I'll take you through in a moment. Settings for the caravan, which for these we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan. Radio, you've got different options for the radio. So you've got FM, DAB, etc. coming through here, back to the off position. As you can see, that does work. Just going to turn that all the way down for now. So we're then going to go to home again. You then got your fridge settings, which I'll show you how to work on the fridge itself. And then you've got your air conditioning options here on the end as well. So you can turn it on so you can have the temperature. Cool, sorry. Put it on to cool. And then you can select the temperature, fan speed on this side. Oh, it's currently turned off actually on the controller. It's not allowing me to do that, so let me find the controller. So to turn on the air conditioning, you've got your power button here on the controller. You'll press the power button and you'll get a red light appear on here. Once it's on, you can then adjust the temperature settings at minus or plus. You've got your fan speed just there as well. And then you've got your mode, which for that, again, we do advise you read the manual that comes with the caravan. So, next thing we go through is the heating and hot water. To operate the heating on board the caravan, you've got a power button on the bottom left-hand side of the screen to turn it on and off. Do recommend that you turn this off before you turn the main control panel off. You press the menu button, and it will take us into the options for the heating and hot water itself. So, you've got at the top here your room temperature. You've got minus or plus. I'm going to leave that off today as it's rather warm inside the caravan. You've got hot water on when this bar is halfway up, and you've got hot water boost when this bar is completely full. Below that, you've got the amount of power that is coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So you've got 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. Now, to know what to set this to, I do advise you ask your site office when you arrive on your holiday, as they'll be able to advise you of what to set this heating and hot water power supply to. Then at the bottom, you've got your option to run gas for the heating and hot water. So you press the gas button, it will self-ignite on gas, and if it fails to ignite, it will come up with gas failure at the bottom of the screen. So that is your heating and hot water and main control panel for the caravan. The fridge is very simple to use. You've got your power button on the front of the fridge, so you press the power on. As you can see, fridge comes on. You've then got your mains power for the fridge, which you can control the temperature of on this button on the right hand side. To change the power source you want to use, you can use the arrows here. And as you can see, it's now gone to auto 240 volt mode. So essentially, because it's seen 240 as its first power supply when it's been turned on to auto, it will automatically go to the mains power. You've then got 12 volt mode when you're towing down the road. Now if you're towing with a vehicle that has the right connection on it to the caravan, then it should be able to use the fridge as a cool box if it is wired up right. So when you're travelling, you can have the main control panel turned off above the door. You can have the beer and wine in the fridge ready for when you get on site. Put it onto the 12 volt mode and it will chill it ready for when you arrive. You've then got your gas option. Again, the fridge will self-ignite on gas. Sorry, I should have just explained. When it was flashing and beeping there at us on these two symbols here, it was indicating that there was no 12 volt supply coming from the cart we were towing with, as at the moment we're not connected to a car. Gas, the fridge will self-ignite on gas if gas is connected to the van, and if it fails to ignite, it will do very similar to what it's just done with the battery. It will flash the red warning button, or it will flash the red warning light on this left-hand side, and it will also flash the blue pilot light just here. So that is your pilot light essentially when it's ignited. And if it does fail to ignite, it could just mean the gas bottle's turned off, or you need to get some gas through the system so you can ignite the cooker to make sure gas is completely through to the last point on the gas system, as the cooker is generally that last point. Again, on gas, you can control the temperature of the fridge on this button on the right hand side, and to turn the fridge off, press and hold the power button and it will turn the fridge back off. Microwave, hob, grill and oven, all work very much like your household appliances. On top of the hob you'll find all your manuals for the caravan, as you can see. At the back of the hob, however, you do have a 240 electric ring. Now that 240 electric ring will only work when you have mains power connected to the caravan. It will not work off the 12 volt battery on board the van. Coming through into the bathroom now, just to explain how the toilet works. The toilet is very simple to use. You've got an electric flush on the toilet, just here on top. You've got a toilet full indicator light that will let you know when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see. And below the toilet you do have a grey waste handle. Now this grey waste handle needs to be in the open position when you're using the toilet and in the closed position when you're not, so it doesn't let any smells back up inside the caravan from the toilet cassette itself. And you'll also need it in this central position when you are removing the toilet waste cassette from underneath the caravan. So that is the Swift Challenger High Style. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect the van. Thanks again. Bye bye.